One woman who knows firsthand what it's like to lose a loved one at the hands of law enforcement is Dontre Hamilton's mother, Maria. Dontre was shot and killed by Milwaukee police in 2014. Ryan Jenkins spoke with her today about the ongoing protests.
They're marching and fighting in these streets since George Floyd died because they want to live. Not because they want to be beaten, not because they want to be sprayed with gas. They actually want the general public to hear them cry.
Maria Hamilton, whose son Dontre was shot and killed by a Milwaukee police officer at Red Arrow Park back in 2014, is reliving that trauma.
We protested for 180 days.
After 6 days of protests in Milwaukee following the death of George Floyd,
I want to give my condolences to Mr. Floyd and his family.
Maria and her son Nate are once again demanding justice, not only for Dontre and for George Floyd, but for every person unjustly killed by police officers. She said she believes that includes Joel Acevedo, who died after prosecutors say he was attacked by off-duty Milwaukee police officer Michael Mattioli back in April. Officer Mattioli is charged with reckless homicide, but has not been fired from Milwaukee's police force, which has led to a protest in Milwaukee this week.
The mayor keeps calling for that officer to be fired, and the police chief says it's now up to the Fire and Police Commission. What's your message to whoever it's up to?
We're asking them, once again, to do the right thing. Bring murder in the charge of this officer that killed Joel. And also to prosecute the other two people that idly stood by and held him down while he was being strangled.
As for protesting, Maria says peaceful protesters must not be demonized. She says she's worried about the image protesters have been given by the media.
By us protesting and rallying every day is telling the government that we're no longer going to tolerate being abused.
Maria says it's important to understand that there are some who have enticed protesters, leading to illegal marching on the interstate and, in some cases, violence and riots. For those not being peaceful, she shares this message.
We ask those people, stay in your lane, leave these children alone, allow them to be the voice that they want to be, and take your agenda and go home with it.
And to the policymakers, legislators, and police leaders watching protesters march nationwide, Maria says it's time to take note.
We as a people will not stand by and be silent for the politicians anymore. Either do your job or relieve your seat.
Another call for justice and reform from a mom whose pain fuels a passion for equality and empathy. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News.